Keep your radio dial right here. You're locked into the hottest news station on the planet. Hot 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip-hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest, riskiest talk shows live 24/7. Live on hot7025fm.com. Keep your radio dial.
It's your main man, 360 the Poet from the Morning Wood. And are you looking for the perfect drink? Well, you found it. Mimosa Royale is the perfect combination of California sparkling white wine and natural juice that is both tasty and refreshing. No artificial colors or flavors, no sugar added, and it's gluten-free. As the world's first ready-to-drink mimosa, Mimosa Royale is perfect for any occasion, day or night. You no longer have to drink 12 of those seltzers just to get that perfect buzz. At 8% alcohol, Mimosa Royale is the perfect drink to party with. Offered in a variety of flavors and sizes, you are bound to find a Mimosa Royale that you'll love. We have berry, mango, apple, and orange, with more flavors to come. Mimosa Royale is the most award-winning flavored wine that serves in bottles or cans. You can find them online at drinkmimosa.com or find them at your local liquor store. Ask for it by name. Mimosa Royale. It's your main man, 360 the Poet from the Morning Wood. And are you looking for the perfect drink? Well, you found it. Mimosa Royale is the perfect combination of California sparkling white wine and natural juice that is
edible and it
both
didn't
tasty
kick in, and so I was like, oh no. Right in about 20 minutes in.
And we are live.
Oh,
just
hey,
like that.
hey.
Hello, party people.
Party people.
How we doing
We
today?
Get funky.
Who's playing tonight?
Who is playing tonight?
Right, who is playing tonight?
We don't-
Anyway, we don't know because we playing tonight.
No.
Hot 702.5 FM. It is Get It Together with
Get It
Jnine.
And Jezzi.
And Tay.
And it's like that on
And
Thursdays on Get It
it
Together.
is.
Yeah, we here. And glad to be here.
Yeah.
Yes, we are.
We're going to take a moment to take a breather early because we got a lot of information to cover today. And I'm going to give a disclosure. Everything we say doesn't represent necessarily Hot
Okay.
702.5 FM. This is Jnine, Jezzi, and Tay's version and opinions. I'm going to put that disclosure out early
Yep.
because I don't want anybody, understanding that this is our show. And we're going to talk a little shit today.
Mm-hmm.
Not on purpose, but on purpose. Okay?
Yes.
So how we doing?
These is our stories.
These are
Yep.
our stories, our experience, our opinions.
Right.
And right now I'm going to take a breather.
Ah, please.
To start,
Ooh-wee.
because we need it.
Yes, everybody tuning in and coming in and participating in the get down.
Life has been moving so fast.
Yes,
Take a
it
breather.
has.
And I'm going to tell you,
Absolutely
it's
has.
really important to breathe.
Yeah, it is.
Breathing is the essence of, first of all, life.
It's spirit. That's what
And
spirit,
spirit.
meant. The spirit, Holy Spirit meant that breath of life, or the spirit rather.
Yeah, well, I say it's holy because in order to enter this temple, it need to be holy. You got to change my mind
Okay.
and opinions about things. So,
See?
but yes, yes, absolutely. It is important that we take a breather. It is life. It's
Yes,
what
it
is
is.
what the Creator has given us that
Yes.
distinguishes us from the dead.
Yep.
Enough said. Right?
So take a breather. Breathe in. Deep breath, like I got a stethoscope.
Yes.
And breathe out.
I need all of it.
And
I
one
need
more
all
time,
of
let's
it.
just do a repeat. Breathe in and out, exhale, because you only have moments. And this is a moment and a movement. Now that you've joined us,
Here
doesn't
we
that
go.
feel pretty good,
Yeah,
though?
it do. It feels like I let some stuff go.
Especially because we move so fast and so much, sometimes we don't remember to breathe until we get here.
Right.
And then that's the breather we needed all week,
Right.
Because let me tell you something. When you're tense, you tend to hold your breath. When you're in pain, you tend to hold your breath. That's why they tell you in birthing class, breathe.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right? Because
Yep.
we want to hold our breath when things are uncomfortable, when we're in pain.
Right.
And
I never even
birthing,
thought about
they
that.
tell
Yeah.
you to breathe and breathe into the pain
Right.
Yep.
because you need to acknowledge it. You know what I'm saying? You
Right.
got to acknowledge the pain and acknowledge the things that are happening. And right now I want to send a shout out to one of my second moms. I think she had to go view the body today. Her son was in a car wreck, a motorcycle wreck, and lost his life. And so I saw her post today that this is one of the hardest days of her life because she actually had to go view her son's body.
Oh, wow.
And make sure that it's presentable for the funeral. And we all have to cross that bridge if somebody ain't viewing our body.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah. So shout out to Yvonne and my sisters, my god sister Tamisha, and all her family, because this is a trying time for everybody.
Mm-hmm. So sending peace and strength her way for sure, because she's gonna need it.
Because she's gonna need it. So, So I'm gonna quickly jump into our wretched restaurant report because we have been neglecting that for a little bit. And it comes to, I decided that I wasn't just going to put everybody on blast because I just don't have the energy and the strength. But what I will do is go over the ones that have C grades and have been closed. So starting off with Golden Phoenix, I've seen them. They are 2345 East Centennial Parkway. They got a C grade, 31 demerits, too many. So really this portion of the show talks about how the restaurants are doing with the health health department. And the health department does once a month, once a year, or on request or follow-up to these restaurants. And then I go in and I see what's going on in our community.
Absolutely, as we should.
Yeah, somebody's got to know what's going on. So Golden Phoenix, see Explore Academy, which sounds like it is a school. Explore Academy, 3551 North Fennell Street. They got a C grade. They got 32 demerits. And Subway made the hit list at 6980 West Tropicana, but they seem to make it every time I go to do this ratchet report.
Really?
I don't eat Subway no more.
I don't either.
Subway in years.
Right?
Well, they're making it so we won't have it in any more years.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah,
you don't eat that kind of fresh because that ain't fresh.
No,
it's not. And if you guys are dining there, you need to know that Subway made the hit list. They got 24 demerits. They got a C grade. So clearly, maybe they got caught off guard. I'm not sure, but it was their annual, and they didn't pass.
How you not pass your annual? You knew it was coming at some point. If you know it happens on an annual basis, you're supposed to stay ready.
If you stay ready, get ready, you won't have to get ready when they show up.
Right.
So what that says to me when they have these annuals is that they really aren't taking it serious.
No, they don't care.
They don't care.
Yeah, because people should be ready at the drop of a dime regardless.
Exactly.
Right? So it's funny. I'm a little naked today because I'm trying to enjoy a little bit of what is left of summertime. Because let me tell you, in 2-3 weeks,
I see next week we're gonna be we're gonna be in the 70s.
Right. Well, I got on the jacket because I didn't want to be up in here naked.
Well, go ahead and get naked. Look, people tuning in for naked. Anyway. So here, I decided to go and look at restaurants that we're interested in.
Okay.
Because it's one thing to report restaurants that we don't know and we wouldn't even think about stepping foot in. It's another to report the ones that we are considering.
Right.
So China A Go-Go.
Well, here we go again. Here we go again.
With they badasses. Right. So they're at 8. This one is the 860 South Rancho. They got a B grade, 19 demerits.
Who is eating China A Go-Go on South Rancho?
Where is South Rancho?
It's so it's kind of, I don't know how to explain it.
Is it on the north or
no? It's like in the middle of
central,
the city, kind of.
Like you can take it all the way down to like where you have to hop on Sahara.
Okay.
So. Yeah, Rancho runs pretty far.
Okay.
It does.
I'm like, I don't know how to explain where, but it's kind of central. It can be
Like
considered.
San Pablo.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So it goes all the way up
so
to the
you get different views of the city going all the way down that street. Right. It'd be nice and then ratchet and then nice again.
Yeah.
Okay.
And ratchet is where they're tearing down the Fiesta, where they tore down the Fiesta and the.
She said, I almost ordered from there 2 days ago. Girl, do not go to China.
Really?
Out of all the Chinese places in Las Vegas, or China, or Thai food, like something else.
But China A Go Go.
I go there. I went there.
Let me tell you something.
I feel some kind of way. So I'm glad you're talking about it.
Right, but China A Go Go. But let me tell you, 5960 North Losey, which is the one I started at, also got to be great. So on the same day, they went to 2 different China A Go Go's, and they both did not get A's.
Shut them down. I don't like that place.
Anyway, eat at your own.
Eat at your own risk.
It's your own risk, right? But we're gonna bring you the information because you're gonna decide whether you want to go. And the one over in Durango, I would recommend a never, because I'm telling you, I had to report that to the health department.
She said a never.
Yeah, and she laughed at me when she gave me my money.
Oh,
and
that
then
was
turned
that
around
incident.
and sneezed in
And
her
I
hand.
ain't been back since.
Yeah,
So you're right.
Ain't nobody playing with China Go Go.
Nope.
Ain't been back since.
So this is a little disappointing, but at the same time, I think I'm gonna step in there tonight and I'm gonna do some old investigative type shit because PK Oyster Bar showed up. The 900.
Oh wow!
We just went there last week.
Well, they weren't ready because on 926, 900 East Karen Avenue, they showed up. Health department showed up, and they got 19 demerits. So I want to go talk to them, knowing that we were up here, that I represent like that. I would love to go step in and say, baby, what happened?
What happened?
Because we're going to fuck with you the long way.
Right.
Right? I'm not letting PK
playing.
Oyster Bar go. It could have been, they just opened.
And it's seafood. So
And
I'm
maybe
sure
something small that.
And I want to know if they're willing to talk to me.
Some things.
So, yeah. And it's seafood. So I know that it has to be
Probably a lot
a
tighter.
little bit more stringent. Yeah.
Oh, it definitely is
rigid
stringent.
for-
Don't play. Because
Right.
when you order seafood, you got to keep the tag from which you ordered it
Right.
for 3 months.
Oh.
Because you need to be able to
okay.
trace back where the seafood came from if anybody gets sick.
Oh, okay.
So that's definitely a stringent for
kinda
seafood
yeah, that
place.
is.
Scares me.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
right?
And it might
I
even be 6
know.
months that you have to hold on to the tags. So when you get
Okay.
the export in, you got to hold on to the tag in your filing system for traceability.
Okay.
And it needs to be a reliable source.
Oh.
I just got a little tea.
Uh-oh.
I don't know. I can't
Is that
say
a-
what I can
A
say.
maybe.
For
a maybe.
sure. That's a
maybe.
maybe. Okay.
Yeah, well, let me tell you, there's stiff competition in this thing.
Yeah, it is. The
And-
oyster
and
bar
they're-
is popping.
And because they're not owned together, right? They're
That's
all,
correct.
They're all.
Oh, they like shut them
individual.
down. We don't
Right.
And then
we don't
you know,
need no competition.
Right.
I don't know. But I know PK in this place where we reside, where the
Right.
money resides, better get their shit together, get it together.
Right.
Okay, so I'm going to step in there tonight and I'm going to ask them if they're willing to talk to a sister. Let me know if everything is okay. And I want to see your report card. It should be on the board.
Oh.
Everybody should be able to see it publicly.
Yeah.
Okay. This is
Yeah,
going
you
to be
can't-
interesting.
This should be interesting.
I'm going.
Yeah, right.
We all going.
Detective Jnine, right? Because I've been wanting to do that. But moving on, Panera Bread, 7175 Westlake Mead, got a B grade. They got 20 demerits.
Panera?
I don't like meat though.
But
I've been to that one several times.
We've been to that a lot.
Maybe
We've
some
been to that
old
place a lot.
soup.
I like Panera.
Listen,
Look.
this is not a. Right.
Look, my
she
cup.
got a
Oh,
whole.
you got.
Cause I'm a part of their little
stop.
drink membership, so I go and get a free
wow.
one almost every day.
And we're going to continue to dine at many of these places. Don't get it wrong. I'm only giving you the information because it's public and you need to know.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
I don't know what the 19 demerits works. Things as simple. They start off at 3 points, so it's easy to get it. So
Okay.
if you didn't wash your hands properly in between glove changes, if you
Okay.
didn't, change your cutting board from one type of item
Forgot
to
to
another,
put a cap
it's simple
on or
stuff.
something.
Oh, absolutely. If you didn't
Okay.
change the date in the freezer of some of the things that you're freezing, or put a date on it, it's some crucial information. It's a lot, right?
Okay.
So. And we also have to recognize that it's a lot of young people working, so
Yes.
sometimes they negate what management has told them.
Yes, exactly. They don't read their handbook.
They take shortcuts. But businesses need to be very aware of constant training and constant, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
Anyway, so Real Donuts showed up. Like, I'm about to fight somebody.
Right. The best donut shop.
Listen,
Really? I haven't been there yet.
Real Donuts. 3005 East Charleston has the best, hands down, donuts in Las Vegas next to, there's one more spot in Henderson that I used to go to back in the day. That they used to have the donuts ready at midnight, so you can actually go at 1 or 2 in the morning, and they hot and fresh.
Like, who used
There's
to
a 24-hour
place
that we go to that like on Decatur in Washington too. They got those good twists, and they're 24 hours.
Ain't nothing like 24 hours
Colonial
in Vegas.
Donuts in Grand Lake in Oakland.
Colonial Donuts.
Yes, girl. We used to make it a point to pull up early in the morning. Early.
So, yes, they have 19 demerits. They got a B grade.
Okay.
So, I'm not going to stop getting my donuts.
Right.
But if I happen to go through there, I'm definitely going to ask some questions as the
And look at
report of
their grade.
investigation that I am and see if the grade is on the board. But Real Donuts, y'all listen, continue to go ahead and get your donuts because I'm telling you, hands down.
They got a new building. They should be, representing their new building.
Also, why they might have some issues is because when you're new, the health department's definitely looking at your practices.
Right. Yeah.
So
they absolutely
and
are.
it's such a small little location. They couldn't have got too much wrong except maybe glove wearing.
Maybe some old
storage.
Maybe, something.
Whatever it is.
They didn't throw out, but not serving, hopefully, to the public.
Right.
Whatever it is, it's accounted against them. So Real Donuts, get it together because we rock with you wholeheartedly.
Yeah, they used to remember our faces.
Now, I went out of my way to go to Pizza Rock the other day.
Yeah, you did. Yes, you did.
And stood in line for leftovers. That's how much I love Pizza Rock. But this one is 2300 Paseo Verde Parkway. It's not the one downtown. It's the one you referred to.
But it's in the hotel. It's in the casino. It's in the Green Valley. If it's on Paseo Verde, that's the Green Valley Casino.
I want to say I've been to that place. Do they have an open window when you walk past them?
It's open. It's
window,
very
like you can go in or order outside.
Well, not the one downtown.
Oh, okay.
Not the one in Green Valley either. You got to go in the casino to get there.
Okay.
Yeah.
They got a B grade. They got 19 demerits.
And they stay busy. Girl,
Pizza Rock is everything.
Busy.
Pizza Rock remind me of Blondie's in Berkeley.
Really? Oh,
yes.
It's that kind of pizza.
It's that kind of pizza. The kind of pizza that you pick your selection and then they stick it in the brick oven and have it hot, fresh, and dripping for you.
That's why I was wondering because I went to a place downtown like that, but because they had a window open, there was flies all over their pizza. I'm like, I don't want this.
Oh,
I did order, but I didn't see the fly until after. But I tried it. That pizza was fire. I'm like, flies and all.
Flies and all. Let me tell you something, honey. When I go there, I order 3 or 4 different kinds. So I'll get I'll get the combination, and I'll get a Pozzoli, and then I'll get the pepperoni, and I leave there on full. So Pizza Rock, get it together. We still rocking with you, but get it together. Yeah.
Interesting. Very interesting.
She's like, dang, not Pizza Rock.
Right.
We hurting her heart today.
I know. She bringing the pain.
And then there is Stuffed My Turkey with Soul. I've never been there, but it's 4760 West Sahara. It's right here.
I heard it's not good.
They're not doing Houston?
No. Absolutely not even close. Somebody was like, don't even waste your time, and I've heard it like 3 times. So
Stuffed My Turkey with Soul. It sounds fabulous.
Go to Houston to get that stuff.
Houston? Okay.
Did you go when you went to Houston?
I went to the Turkey Leg Hut.
Exactly. Yes. That's what they're trying to.
It's fired. And if they ain't even on their scale, I don't want it.
Nope. They're nowhere.
I don't want it.
Because she's the bad news bearer today.
Listen, I ain't even got started, baby. I've already spent the first 20 minutes on this.
Yeah.
So we're going to move forward because there's so much more we need to talk about. But T.I. Gully's Prep Kitchen on 3300 South Los Boulevard was closed with a demerit on 9/26. On that same day, they went to Cheese Time Italian Fusion, which is 8125 West Sahara. So they was up and down this block, and they were shut down. Cheese Time Italian Fusion. I don't know what y'all doing, but get it together.
Right, because they actually sound good.
I know, huh? A little bit.
Sounds pretty good, Cheese Time Italian Fusion.
A little bit.
So anyway, I'm about to break your heart again for those of you. I had my birthday.
Oh, here we go.
Shout out to my birthday.
Right. Let me prepare for this conversation.
Lord, let me tell you something. I had a phenomenal your birthday, and I want to say thank you to everybody who actually sent me birthday love and was all up in.
She took the glasses off.
Right.
I couldn't even make it through my timeline. I got over 200 love, just people was
as
just
beautiful, as you should.
So thank you so much for everybody who sent out that love. Had a great birthday, and we decided to go to
Mariposas.
Now I'm gonna put my glasses back on because we can't spend too much time on this, and I really don't. Listen, we don't never want to bash a place,
Right.
Especially a black-owned place.
especially
We know it's not
black-owned.
easy.
Absolutely.
It's not easy.
We like to support our black-owned businesses as much as possible. But,
But on the flip side, we got a lot of work to do
we got to keep it real.
in the industry.
Absolutely.
Not only work to do in the industry, black people. We need to get our shit together. Stop letting your businesses fall when you get our money.
Yep. Yep.
So we went to Mariposas. We got there a little early. We went from and listen.
Never again.
Yeah, they kind of burnt the
And
bridge.
I'm a classy girl. We didn't ate all over this city, honey. So for me to choose Mariposas meant that we just wanted to hear some R&B because
We did.
Right.
We wanted to dance. We wanted to have hookah. We wanted the whole.
We want to
experience,
celebrate.
right.
Celebrate your girl, but they was on some other stuff.
So we decided to do Mariposas. We got there a little early. I went from 10 guests, so I will own my bullshit in this thing. I thought 10 people was going to show me some love, but everybody had their things to do, so God bless.
Right.
So only 5 of us was there, but this is,
And it's about accommodations. You've seen it was only 5 of us there the whole hour that we fought you.
Right.
All right, continue.
All we wanted to do was move because you can't put beautiful sisters in the back.
Right.
And I'm already name dropping. I'm name dropping already, telling you who referred me. And I was there when y'all opened. I did open mics for y'all. I actually hosted on stage.
You sure
I
did.
brought
all
a lot
day.
of people there, and we dined, we ate. We
Several
actually bought your
times.
bar out
Right.
one night. We kept trying to get wine. We kept trying to get drinks, and bottles were sold out.
Yeah.
That's how many people had come
are-
on many other nights. So I shouldn't have to do that.
Right.
But when we first arrived, let me just run it down. When we first arrived, the young lady at the front says, "Oh, we can't accommodate you." She was pretty much a no. She left and came back, but while we're sitting there, the server came over and she's like, "Can I get you something?" We're like, "No, because we really don't want to order yet because we really just want to wait until we move." Long story short, a whole hour later, we're still dissatisfied with where we're sitting. And Lord knows, I'm the type of person that should have been walked out.
Right.
But we're trying to make the best of a situation, and we still don't know. Many people might still be coming.
And we've been here, so we know that it can be cool, it can be fun. But on this, it's a place that we've come to recognize we should have went to eat and then had a reservation later for drinks, which, but just the party. You know what I mean? They were not a place where, come to find, we should have just been at the bar later after breakfast.
Well, we won't be doing that anymore.
Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah.
what ultimately happened was
Ain't no way.
we decided
Ain't
to
no
try to make
way.
the best of it. The manager came around and he was like, "Listen, I can't move you because we made our schedule last night, whoop the wop the whoop, whatever. But I will comp you some mimosas." We like, bring it. Fine. But what these restaurants have done is they've watered down mimosas.
Yep.
And they're pre-serving these things, knowing that that's what we're coming from.
Right.
For. We're coming for bottomless mimosas that you advertise, and we're
Right.
coming for brunch.
Right. Absolutely.
But they're serving warm shit that's sitting out on the counter after they
Yeah.
pre-mix it.
And I get mimosas and those. I mean, more
Right.
champagne than juice, girl. This was
Look, I went to
blood.
Broken Yoke not too long, last weekend, and she was like, "It's very light." I'm like, "Oh, that ain't no problem."
Right. That's how it's
You know,
supposed to
places
be.
like
That's
how
how
it's
we
supposed to
like
be.
it.
Right. That's how we like it.
We don't like it to look like juice and gotta wonder if it's actually champagne in it.
Exactly.
So
Yep. And it was too sweet. Way too sweet.
Way too
Yep.
sweet and way too warm. So what are you doing? Sending people home sick?
yeah, it was
Nobody
very
drinks warm alcohol unless it's freaking red wine, and even that better be room temperature. So we weren't even able to accommodate.
Yeah, that's bad.
We weren't even able to accommodate.
The accommodation.
Right,
Accommodation.
exactly. They weren't. I had to ask for a cup of ice And she took forever to bring it.
Restaurants.
Who gonna drink a
I'm
warm
pleading
mimosa?
with you now. Stop these pre-mixing to save your money.
Yeah.
That's the one thing you shouldn't be cutting back on. Now, we decided to make the best of it, and we ordered meals. Nigga, when that meal came out, I said, I'm leaving. Taylor was the first to dismiss herself. She said,
that's what I wait for y'all outside.
Yeah.
She went to crack open her chicken, and it wasn't done.
Yeah, that's shut a place down.
That is culinary 101.
Right.
Let me tell you something.
You down. Stop playing.
What's his name? My mind can't even. But any other chef would have went back there and whipped your ass. Because you cannot, that's 101, you can't serve
Gordon Ramsay.
raw food. Gordon would have ate their ass up.
Gordon Ramsay.
That was red, like not even. And I tried the outside and their crisp, their seasoning was good.
Ain't nobody talking about no goddamn seasoning.
Right.
Don't nobody
Don't
about no
nobody
seasoning.
care. You want some chicken.
I can make some decent raw chicken.
She said if you want some.
She said, don't you hate sometimes the food regulation? I do.
Right.
Because it makes me a little more critical, Beth. You're absolutely right.
Right.
So anyway, everybody walked out. I grabbed the manager. I said, listen, we're not doing this. We on our way out. Now, what I will say is, it seems as though the community helped build the local restaurants. It gives them a name. And then the outsiders come, and they want to know where to dine to get hip-hop and brunch. Mm-hmm. And they show up, and you short. Baby, when I tell you I ordered some sausage, turkey sausage, it came out Jimmy Dean. I know Jimmy Dean. I buy Jimmy Dean.
Skinny Jimmy Dean, and they probably had the
My potatoes was cold as hell.
And it was like O'Brien bagged potatoes. You could tell they was frozen.
I don't understand it.
Like O'Brien potatoes.
Makes me mad. These places, that place has so much potential, but because of how their services, that food,
absolutely.
and the attitude, they're not going to last long. That's why these places don't last long.
And if they do long, it's because we've gotten very used to subservient, sub.
And we're so thirsty. We're so thirsty in Vegas. It's like something to do.
It is
because we be wanting something to do, but so you're not gonna just take my money and serve me trash and say enjoy.
Right, cousin Phil. Raw chicken sounds
Where
like
are these coming in at? Because I don't see nobody.
Live. I'm over here live on my iPhone.
Listen, live?
I'm an iPhone user now, so I'm trying to utilize all the benefits. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so I'm not going to bash them to the point that I want them to succeed, but I'm surely not going to grace you because you're black. Right? That's not what I'm not going to do.
And we were not graced as a
patrons,
customer.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Well, that was not a good experience. I don't like the way we're treated when we're first approached. You can make accommodations, especially when we're first and early, and we made a reservation about a week ago. There was no one there. But while we're sitting here trying to get it together, people are coming in.
Mm-hmm.
Then people had no idea if you would have switched, and people don't realize that little bit of switch would have went a long way for us. They wouldn't have heard from regarding the food, yes, but
the food,
we would have been satisfied until then.
Until the food came, right? Because that food was
we would have had a hookah by then. You know what I mean? We would have been sitting. We wouldn't have ate. You know what I mean? We would have had a few more things going on.
I would have ordered a shot to go with the Kool-Aid. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Now, a little bit of satisfaction.
We flipped it. I left the manager with it. He immediately went into the kitchen, but I bounced. I ain't got time. It's my birthday. You got me twisted if you think I'm gonna wait for you to fix this an hour later and raw chicken later. So I get a text message talking about we got your license plate. You left without paying the bill. You goddamn right I left without paying the bill, and you figure out how to get me from my license plate. So I personally called and said, listen, you have the manager call me, okay? Me and the manager will have a conversation. And then a few minutes later, I got an apology. We sorry that you went through this. We sorry that it happened. But listen, what you've done was you've destroyed, first of all, a person like me.
Right.
That actually has some influence over who is going to dine at your spot.
Right.
Because people are asking all the time where to go. I'm not going to refer there.
Yeah.
Phil said no tip.
No tip.
No tip. And the tip is stop preparing these mimosas, calling it unlimited mimosas, serving these warm-ass drinks to people. And make sure your food is cooked. And quite frankly, I'm not paying $20 for microwave food. That's what I'm not going to do. And that's not how they started. I'm dining there because they didn't start like that.
Shortcutting.
Right. Yeah, it didn't start like that.
But you just opened a new facility, so somewhere you got some bread.
I don't trust their food no more. I just don't trust y'all at all no more.
They've changed. They've changed.
Baby, we moved on to Lolo's Chicken and Waffles, and I got hip hop, and they came and served me with my shot and sang happy birthday. They stopped the whole record and made sure they gave acknowledgement. The food came out hot and smacking.
I want to go and sit at their bar next time we go.
Look, I was telling, what did I tell? I've been telling everybody that place was lit. When y'all get out here, Lolo's in Vegas is fire.
And let me say, Lolo's opened up their door because they had an experience very similar to this, right?
Oh,
he said they gonna think they
she did.
I know, right?
Sorry, we did not. This is our own personal experience. We said that discretion in the beginning.
But we have been warned. We have been warned.
And we've gone so many times, you know what I mean? We've gone so many times. Taco Tuesday. I went on Friday. The previous, the
Honey, I hosted. I hosted a whole host. Crazy. And I did quite a few.
You sure did.
I got up there and sang my heart out. Through the fire, through the limit to go on. I did. Right? I'm up on the stage. We tried to tell them, but they didn't listen. So I did have a conversation with one of the ladies that that I deal with that has very much influence, and she she kind of bypassed it, but she ought to know me because her and I also went to Lolo's when Lolo's had a bad review that went viral.
Oh,
and I went and sat and listened to the owner of Lolo's explain herself. So let me just make the separation. She is no longer associated with the one that was open on Rainbow.
We did a huge complaint on Yelp for them one day.
She wasn't associated with that one.
Okay.
They tried to open a franchise and they did a horrible job. So she took it back, got her a spot near the Strip, and she's been slapping ever since.
Because they're doing good in Arizona.
Baby, Arizona's
that's
killing.
where I first went to Lolo's, and I was like, oh, this is my spot. So that's where I was going when I lived there.
They employ mixologists. Literal. So they're going to be playing with your drink, having fun. Yeah. Fire
we're going back. We're going back. Yeah. They need to have, do they have, they had TV screens up there.
They need to have
like the fights.
They had a DJ.
Oh, they got it going on.
I could tell the bartenders were having a good time.
They had the game
and they was dancing. Yeah, it was a whole different atmosphere.
The atmosphere was like night and day.
Shout out to Lolo's.
Shout out to Lolo's. So you did your thing, girl.
The wait wasn't 2 hours. We didn't have to go get a meal before the meal.
No.
Because that was people's complaint.
Right.
That, but you're going to wait for good service and good food.
Absolutely.
Get on that wait list.
So I'm not saying don't go.
Because that's what you did. You made a reservation and we showed up.
Yeah, exactly. Like your posters did not do it. Let's fix this.
That's all I'm saying, baby, is fix it. Get it together.
Right.
Because as of this point, I will no longer be going back. And if anybody asks me for a recommendation, it won't be that because we're grown out here in these streets. Now, the young people can do that type of shit. Now, if you have a drink and you don't really care that the food, you know what I mean?
Right.
The atmosphere is cool. But anyway, we're going to move past that because we have so much to cover. That thank you for Lolo's for making my birthday special.
Thank you, Lolo.
And then I went and picked up the keys to my house.
Yay.
Yes. So I am actually moving Mom so that I can help care for my mom into a nice 4-bedroom home. Even though I don't want to be in Vegas anymore, and I shouldn't say it like that, but I do want to spread my wings. I've been here 16 years, and I feel like Vegas has given me a lot of good memories. But Vegas is hard, in my opinion.
And there's a lot more to see. Yeah, it's a lot more. I feel like I'm closing my Vegas chapter, but
yeah. Anyway, listen. I went to go see The Creator. Shout out to Hot 702.5 FM. They gave away tickets. Hey. Anybody who saw the movie, call in 702-551-5261. Join us on anything we're talking about. Give us your personal experience. But I went to go see The Creator, honey. And I'm going to say that it's worth watching. It's worth watching.
Okay.
But what I will say is I'm so tired of storylines where the black man is giving up his life for the white woman. Again, I give a disclosure. We are not speaking on behalf of 702.5 FM. This is my opinion. So Denzel Washington Jr., which is actually John, his name is John.
Okay.
He's the main role. And so they talk about pretty much the show, kind of, without giving away too much of the headline, it talks a lot about religion, AI, coming into the future of AI. It talked about being immortal. These are things that I picked up because I was kind of trying to look a little deep into the movie.
Okay.
So this is the creator guys that I think it comes out on Friday. You got to be careful because what they're presenting us with is people falling in love with the AIs and people worshiping the AIs and worshiping them because they are immortal and they're going to be very, very, very extremely knowledgeable.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So they're preparing you to know that they will actually solicit people to follow them and worship them. So and they've got a higher level of intelligence that is beyond our understanding because they're programmed that way.
Right, but it's our intelligence though that they're programmed with, and it's just an accumulation of all levels of intelligence, and that's why they appear to be so much brighter than us. It's only because it's our intelligence
that they've incorporated.
But if they can figure out a way to control and have people praising and worshiping them, then they will.
All you got to do is provide people with answers, and they will worship you.
Woo-wee. Or look
everybody
like
wants
you
an answer.
saving them from something. Look like you helping them through, giving them some kind of savior.
But at the end of the day, honey, it was a love story. And I had a hard time wrapping my head around this beautiful black man dying for the love of a white woman that they're actually worshiping over in the AI, because it's AI against humanity. And so he gave up his life for her. So just as excited as I am as the Little Mermaid, her love interest was white.
Right, and that's the agenda that a lot of
just as I'm excited for knowing that black people have made it to a level of success that we are the main character, they still want to make the white woman the heroine.
Yes.
Because there was a very Jane Fonda-ish chick that was the heroine in the movie. Goodness. She was going to save America. And then there was him chasing the white woman that he fell in love with, and she was not an AI, but many of the people in the movie had fallen in love with AIs.
Yeah.
And people out here with these old blow-up dolls and shit, y'all already ready.
Yeah, y'all ready. Y'all playing. They out here preparing you, and it's in your face. So you can't act shocked when it's like mainstream or is what it is.
Right.
You know? Because I don't even think half the time some of that stuff online is bots and it's artificial people.
Baby,
with that
I never
kind of
understood
stuff on that line too.
I never understood when they were asking us, are you a robot, when they want to authenticate you.
Yep.
Until this moment.
And even the robot's going to get past the robot question.
Yeah,
so I don't understand.
All it is a box, and they know how to check a box.
Select the cat.
Us. Right? She said select the cat. Exactly.
Anyway, I enjoyed it for the entertainment of entertainment, but I'm always looking for deeper meanings. Because Hollywood has access 10, 12, 15 years before shit go down.
Yep.
Now, this supposedly took place in 2070.
2070.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it started in 2055, and then they took it forward, and then they went back, and so the movie really begins in 2070.
Right.
I wouldn't.
But this is the other thing. The actual destructor that they were looking for, her name was Alpha Omega. Before and after, they playing. Anyway.
Interesting.
And so, of course, they really did do a doozy on America, because we own some bullshit on a regular basis.
Of course.
The American wanted to kill the person because they were hoping to stop the war. And so the movie really alluded to reincarnation. It alluded to copy and paste. It alluded to humans that can donate their likeness. So you could get paid to donate your likeness so that they can clone you. They could scan your brain and get information from your brain and start a whole nother person.
Here we are.
I would be interested. I don't want them to do all that, but I would be interested to see what they gather from doing that with me.
You know what I mean? Sacrificial lamb for that one.
Yeah.
Right. And scanning your brain, what damage does that do to your brain? Just sounds really
I don't know, but you know what?
inhumane.
what kept coming to mind in spirit when I was watching the movies was, what were they doing when they put abortion clinics in the hood and no one knew what they were doing with the fetuses?
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Cloning them from birth.
Yeah,
and figuring out how to make these babies out the womb a long time ago.
Yeah, I don't think this is new. I'm
That's
thinking
correct.
they just rolling it out to us, but it's been in the works.
They've been studying a long time.
I feel like it's been in the works for decades. Decades.
Well, interestingly enough, the way they started the movie was with some sort of, they kind of gave it like that old
70s,
60s, way back,
50s,
way back, like
40s?
Frankenstein.
Oh, like
so
the
that would
20s?
be the 20s.
The 20s.
Yeah, so they kind of had a little glimpse of that.
Okay.
So absolutely, the studies have been going on for years in order for us to get here.
because the fascination has been there probably since the beginning
and
of time.
And generations just continue the work.
And so what they're ultimately calling these AIs are chatbots.
Chatbots?
Yes, because they're basically loaded with information. But it touched on nuclear war. It touched on religion, because the opening sentence really threw me off. It says something to the effect of AI worship AI or something, but humans worship an AI, which is God. So it almost made it sound like they were referring like we're worshiping God, who is an inanimate object, and kind of compared it to an AI. Because they worship this woman. Like, they really put a shrine on her, and they really they kept her alive. So anyway, you guys go see The Creator. I think it was an interesting movie. Definitely thought-provoking.
And where we are. That's pretty much what they're showing us.
Yeah.
Because there's a few AI movies coming out now, and they're pushing it.
And it's in your face. And there's a reason why it's in your face. Whenever they want to start something to start getting us to digest what's happening.
Right, getting used to it.
It's going to be in your face. Right there. And you're going to be like, no, that'll never happen. Right. Trust and believe. I never say it'll never happen, because you never know. If somebody can think it,
it be possible.
Damn near is possible.
Right? Yeah. Right. So speaking of AI, MGM had a cyber attack.
Yeah, they did. So what's going on? Have they cleaned their shit up yet?
Right. It's probably still a ghost town up in there. Nobody trusts it.
As it should.
Yeah.
I have my personal vendetta against MGM and all their properties. But I ain't going to speak on it. I'm not going to speak on it, because at the end of the day.
That's how you know you've been in Vegas a long time. Because every little thing that you touch is like, got something there, got something there. It's time to go.
MGM has not been nice. Right? They have not been nice to a lot of their employees, the way that they have not been nice to many of the people who are their card holders that spend a lot of money there.
Okay.
Because I remember at one point they decided that they were not going to honor anybody other than the black card holders. Meaning you weren't getting comped anything.
Nothing. You had to be a black card.
The bare minimum.
They got too big-headed, huh?
Right.
Yeah.
And we had a whole assembly that said we are not targeting the poor without saying the poor.
Oh.
Yeah, they did. They let us know that we are targeting black card members. They get the VIP, they get the rollout, and here's what it looks like. We don't want mediocre.
Dang.
I sat in that meeting.
Look what happens.
MGM has 5 lawsuits right now.
Karma's
after they had a shutdown. And listen, some of these hackers are young people and teenagers. So let's talk about
they
AI.
Get rich somewhere behind the scenes. I mean, damn.
These kids are extremely smart.
They are.
Ain't they got their money? Didn't they get half of it up front or something?
They got 15 mil from Caesars.
And they ain't been caught. And they probably won't be.
Oh, they won't be. They won't.
Because let me tell you what they did.
They got 15.
So here's what they did. They took down multiple
went to school
systems.
for the wrong thing.
Right.
Should went to another country, learned them.
Yeah. Girl, say that again out loud. Go
and you
to
should have been in somebody's
country.
basement.
Right, somebody's practicing.
Right.
Another country practice.
Right.
With steel walls that couldn't be traced. Your URL couldn't be traced.
Mm.
So what they did was they hacked systems, multiple systems across the U.S., and they breached the system using voice phishing. So what they did was they represented like they were part of the system and got access to the systems.
That's crazy.
And they compromised many aspects of the casino.
Wow.
So Caesars Entertainment says personal info they couldn't guarantee that the personal information was not out there. So the hacking group threatened more hacks if they didn't strike a deal.
Oh, so they were going to go longer than them days.
Mm-hmm.
So Caesar struck a deal early and got it out the way. Gave them 15 mil. But MGM held off. Went 10 days at 8 mil a day.
That's what y'all got. Look what y'all got.
8 mil a day that they were losing because what they did was they broke into the system. They broke into the corporate emails. They broke into the restaurant reservations. They broke into the hotel slot machines. They broke into the hotel booking system. They broke into the digital card system.
They was tearing MGM. Damn.
And now you got lawsuits, so that's more.
Yeah, because
MGM is going to be no more.
Act right with their guests or whatever after they got hacked.
Somebody in MGM ear like, hey, let's take over. It's going to be something else in a minute. They ain't gonna be able to keep
driver's
up.
license, social security cards, social security numbers, and of tens of millions of customers are at risk for the dark web.
Can y'all hack?
So 5 lawsuits are seeking class action. This is the culprit.
The student loan people.
Go to the right direction.
Life different.
Go the right direction.
Well, they know IRS ain't gonna they're not gonna give to terrorists.
No,
they'll
not.
risk all our business, and they'll still send you a bill next year. Like, stop playing with me. But they said there's 5 lawsuits and they're class action, so that means people can join them.
So yeah,
for the data breach for failing to protect customers
and
that their information. And so I guess one wealthy cardholder for Caesars said that their information was already sold on the dark web.
Oh, I'm joining that lawsuit. I ain't been in MGM forever, but I'm joining. Give me my piece of the pie.
They owe me a nickel.
Send me a postcard. I want my postcard in the mail asking me if I want to join. I'll take an email. I'll respond to it. Do you want to join this lawsuit email?
Right.
Yeah, because I've seen them.
That's what I'm saying. I'm waiting.
Yep. So, yeah, they pretty much are saying that everything has been restored. But they're still losing business because people don't have any.
Y'all are too vulnerable.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I am okay.
Right.
Ooh, and I want to see how that unfolds because unfortunately that's going to do some real damage.
Yeah, well, they should have thought about damage control before they, gotten willy-nilly and too comfortable.
Right.
Because they're trying to trace penny ante shit when they need to be looking at the bigger picture.
Exactly. Right. They probably should.
And there's a lot in the countries, a lot of businesses that are really kind of open like that.
Yes,
they just ain't been hit.
That's right.
Exactly.
Because a lot of places security is not up to par, and I just know that from people who I know and that.
Right. They gonna make their rounds.
And that's
they gonna make their rounds.
That's a huge area to be in right now. Is IT, is tech, and security. Oh, they are dying for people. Mm-hmm. So.
Man, and you make a lot of money. Mm-hmm. Clearly,
that's right. Yeah, and you ain't even gotta really go to school. Get you some certifications. You're in IT
and work at home.
Yep. Because they need it just that bad.
MGM, get your shit together. Caesars, get it together. Because they are the foundation of Las Vegas.
Right.
MGM owns half that strip. That's Mirage. That's Mandalay Bay. That's what are the other properties? All of them.
Yeah, it's really all
everything
like
except
a lot
Caesar.
Of them.
And what's the other property? They TI
like
and places like
that.
Yeah, so they don't own them. TI.
What about the Bellagio or the
Bellagio
Wynn?
Separate. The Wynn is separate, and the Wynn been quiet, honey.
Yeah.
The Wynn say, "Let me just slip on in here, because they ain't touching us."
Yeah.
Right.
Wynn got that silent money.
Right.
Yep.
But the Wynn doesn't own the properties on MGM like that.
Mm-hmm.
So
and MGM is international.
Yeah, because Macau.
Oh, so everybody else is really tightening up because they only hit Vegas, right?
No, they hit a couple other properties. We just don't know about them. Yeah, they hit a couple
It might have been some internal work help with that too. Who knows?
It says it went systems across the U.S. So everybody's not going to talk about it. But listen, if you don't think your information's on the dark web, then I don't know what you're thinking.
Yeah,
because we ain't nothing compared to major corporations.
Right.
So anyway, MGM, get your shit together. Because, I have a personal vendetta, but I do want you to
steal. That's why you ain't showing them no love.
But I do want you to be successful because that's what makes Las Vegas successful. People stay at all of your properties. You know what I'm saying? New York, and the Mirage. All those are MGM properties. So get it together.
together.
Speaking of properties, we got a lot of closures going on. But before we go into these closures, you guys, I need you to be aware that we have a doctor shortage. So as we move into flu season, as we move into cold season, as we move into the darker hour, get your medical care out the way, get you established with a physician, because right now they are deciding that they are not wanting to be available for new patients.
Yeah, that's weird. You can't get an appointment for 2-3 months.
That's right.
Yeah. 2-3 months. Or if you do want to get in quickly, you're going to pay.
Or you're
going to pay.
Because they actually are moving towards this concierge service. Meaning you pay $142 a month. You drop your insurance at work and you pay the doctor $142 a month for so many visits.
Dangerous.
Concierge service for doctors.
Dangerous.
Yeah, there's a shortage.
Because if that doctor decides to do anything and then you
run out with your dough.
Right, and you done dropped your insurance at work, and you know how open enrollment go and all that stuff. And the pre-ex investigations and all that stuff. So, yeah, you put yourself in a very compromised position doing that. Unless you have the money to cover both. And it's pretty much how they probably weed out their people.
Yep. Well, weed out for sure, because doctors are shortages. The shortage is for 4 reasons. One is there's a shift in medical MD and patient population. Our elderly population, bless their heart, are living past 65 now. And they are trying to manage chronic conditions. So the doctors are giving a lot of their practice to the older population, people who have been with them for years upon years.
Okay.
So they're going to come first. There also is a shift because the healthcare workers prefer not to work in rural areas. They want to go in the wealthier areas because they have student loans they need to pay, first of all. And then secondly, they get better salary, better hours, better working conditions in wealthier areas.
Yep. And they pay their bills out there.
Stop it.
Right. What did he say? What was that comedian? Anyway, I know our time is up, so I can't even. What Country Wayne, when he said, "What's a medical bill?" Things we don't acknowledge.
Things we don't acknowledge. Shout out to Country Wayne for doing his shit. So yeah, there's definitely a shift in healthcare. So go ahead and go ahead and get you established with a doctor. Know that you're going to wait a lot longer for appointments. So just FYI, these healthcare workers are tired. They're burnt out since COVID, and they are having problems with this whole system going into the electronic records. They're tired of they want to care for the patients versus doing all this record keeping. But the other thing is, all the major stores are closing now.
Yeah,
Target is closing many of their stores, citing violence and theft, honey.
Smash and grab, y'all doing y'all part, because y'all
they are. But I mean, it's hard to survive right now. So you was like on both sides, like
I know you can see.
Yeah,
you know.
I'm just trying to figure out where the neighborhood smash and grass is.
I miss them all. When that happened?
Right.
I just want to buy a bag or two. But listen. So 9 stores across the country Targets are closing. They're saying organized retail crime is killing them. 3 stores in Seattle, 3 in the Oakland, San Francisco area, 3 in Portland. And they're really concerned about the safety of their employees, because obviously you can't do nothing when people are running out the door,
right?
Or they're running you over just to get their stuff,
right?
So many people at a time. So.
Target's out of line though, because we've been telling Target for the last 15 years, lower your goddamn prices. Lower your prices.
Well, it's Target. That's why people be like, I don't do Walmart. They only go to Target.
Let me tell you something about Target
know people
though.
Like that.
Yep. Target got a bunch of unsold inventory. And they got they had a backlash to their Pride merchandise collection. It affected them greatly.
I heard about that.
Because they had no business putting this out for children. So the wealthy people said, we're not playing with you and our children. So anyway, Nordstrom closed in San Francisco. Nordstrom Rack after 35 years in San Francisco. I knew that would touch you personally.
Oh, wow.
Yep. So the smash and grab losses have been a historical high. And Walmart has now warned that they're going to close stores if shoplifters aren't aggressively prosecuted.
And they're
because
closing.
They can't. Yeah, so many Walmarts are now joining with Amazon.
Yep.
You're going to wind up having to buy all your shit online.
Yep.
That's it. That's where we're at.
Wow.
COVID did a lot of this.
But
I think it was all pre-planned.
Yeah,
it was all planned for
something different in, and here we are. It's coming.
So we were not trying to be gloom and doom around here. We really wanted to bring y'all the information that you don't get often, and so we love you for tuning in. We are appreciative of your time. Thank you for tuning in to Hot 702.5 FM, the hottest station in the land, with Get It Together and Jnine
and Jezzi
and Tay.
We'll be back here next Thursday at 6 p.m. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night.
Peace,
love y'all. God bless.